r/AskReddit asks, what's your biggest fail when it comes to online dating? Chatted with them a year by phone. Once we met we had nothing to talk about and it was the most awkward encounter of my life. Someone is arguing your statement that, if it was a good fit, you would have had topics of conversation. Let's take away the word topics and put it like, if it was a good fit, you don't really need topics to have a conversation at all. It's possibly to vibe solely on body language and subtlety, situational comments, things like that. When you vibe, and through silence and language it's there. Matched with someone on a dating website, before Tinder. Got to talking, seemed like a chill dude, even though there were red flags. He insisted we were dating before we met and I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone. Agreed to meet up with him at a cafe by work. Organized with my receptionist, she would ring me at an allotted time and tell me I had to come back to work, so I had an out. Met with the guy for coffee. It seemed well enough, then my girl rang me, so I told him I had to get back. His response was, I've got my work van here, do you want to jump in the back and have a quickie? I noped out of there and went back to work. A couple of months later he ended up coming into my work to see my boss. I made polite small talk with him, then when he left my boss called me into her office to ask how I knew him. Turned out he was married to my boss's niece and I dodged a fucking bullet. That is the biggest red flag I have ever heard. I would have noped the fuck out right there. Oh man, the first time I contacted someone, it was via the Onion personals, which were really a thing in 2005. I just made fun of a band she said she liked. I wrote something like, my only problem is that you are into band. She replied, as she should have, my only problem is that the only thing you offer is a criticism. I still cringe. There are still so many guys who think it's cool to criticize you in your profile in their first message. Why in the world would someone think that makes a woman attracted to you? Why? Not trying it sooner. At the end of the day, we're all just people looking to connect and share a Netflix account. Same. Spent 9 years trying to find a girl, going to parties and the club. Turns out I'm fairly shit at that, which probably wasn't all that good for my self-esteem either. A female friend then thought it would be fun to create a Tinder profile and swipe for me during a party. Spend the next few days being mind blown at getting matches, sucking at texting, progressively getting better at it. A few months later going on a ton of dates, getting better at that as well, and finally finding my current girlfriend of soon 2 years. Develop more at flirting and understanding dating in those 6 months than from birth up until that point. Putting all my eggs in one basket. Once I start a conversation with one person, I just stick with that person until I know it's not going to go anywhere. I can't deal with trying to remember stuff about 2+ people at the same time. I don't mind though if the person I'm talking to is talking to more than one person, as long as if we're on a date, they're not on the phone to them or mix us up. Casually dating multiple people is exhausting. Plus I always get drunk and mix up details between them, and women do not like that. Using Plenty of Fish, the free dating site. It was like the Netto of dating sites. I chatted briefly with one woman before telling her I was going out for a few drinks. Next day I checked my messages and she had sent some. It started with, why don't you come round to mine and get drunk together, progressing to, why are you ignoring me, then to, I think you're gorgeous and we will be good together, and finally, don't you fucking ignore me. I sent her a message the next day to never contact me again. I'm not seeing any failure of yours here if that's what you're getting at. not being exciting or witty enough in the text game. In real life, my expressions and demeanor save me, not so much online. Yeah, this is the biggest thing for sure. If someone's down to actually meet me, we tend to get along great, and I've had a couple pretty great relationships that way. I'm not too sure what happened along the way, but I gained a lot of real-life social skills, and things often go better than ever when I talk one-on-one with someone. At the same time though, my online profile messaging skills apparently turned to shit because it's been years since I've got a match. At this point, I just don't care anymore. People are isolated and want to meet others more than ever now, but we just don't know how to really connect. Not realizing how much can be lost in the absence of voice inflection and physical social cues. This is what so many people can't seem to grasp when I explain to them I don't do online dating. If they've never experienced what it's like to have this happen, they just can't understand it no matter how much I try to explain it. And, to me, it's a huge part of my attraction, or lack of, to a person. Getting hundreds of matches on Tinder but not going on a single date with someone I initially met from the app. I always match with ads. Went on a date with a girl from Tinder one time who told me that she found children very attractive. After that, I stopped mentioning that I had a child on my profile, and took down the pic of me and my daughter and just brought it up with the girls that I felt were likely to stick around after meeting in person. I always find it strange how many people are comfortable with posting pictures of their and other people's children on dating sites. Making a profile, then never signing back in even when I get an email notification that someone's interested. This could be fake, and an attempt by the site to get you back. Or it could be real. Matched a girl who seemed too good to be true. Assumed she was a bot and left a snarky message about it. Nobody was gonna read it anyway. She replied, upset, and then unmatched me. I feel her pain and had that before myself. Bit of a backstory. I'm a casual gamer, like motorbikes, used to ride them, cars etc., pretty much chilled and happy doing whatever so long as I get to spend time with people I care about. Apparently that qualifies as a bot. It's not a nice feeling when someone doesn't think you're a person and you then question yourself thinking, crap, is this how people see me? She was being flirty, but I just kept asking, how's your day going, what are you up to, and other generic questions until she stopped and never messaged me back. Step yo freak game up, son. Agreeing to meet someone with a topless profile pic. My God, he was vain. Finding a wonderful guy and then canceling the date last minute because I wasn't over my ex. Joke's on me, we rematched 10 months later. He gave me shit about my behavior last time and told me because of that I had to come up with an idea now. March will mark our 1-year anniversary. Not capitalizing on those hot singles in my area. Amazes me how they always seem to live 3 miles away, no closer, no further, just 3 miles. Never met one though. I end up befriending the girls I meet instead of dating them. To me, a girlfriend should be a friend too, but that doesn't work for most people, so I just have a lot of friends now. Which is all cool until you end up crushing after one of them who doesn't feel the same way about you. I got more matches on Tinder posing as Adolf Hitler than myself. But I'm such a nice guy, just give me a chance. I don't have any personality traits besides being nice, but I promise I'll treat you right, like a princess, unlike those other guys that treat you like shit. Oh well, I guess that's what women are into nowadays. It's true what they say. Nice guys finish last. I met with this very attractive woman off upper middle class Tinder, Bumble. She was way hotter than me. At some point during the evening, she leans forward on her bar stool, narrows her eyes and goes, "I know there was some asterisk reason I swiped right on you." Because at this point she could not remember, faced with tears of joy. Not having enough money to go on dates. Not a problem, an opportunity. If you put in a little effort and come up with some ideas for really inexpensive or free dates, a quality date that proves you've put some thought into it can also help weed out bad matches who, for example, are just looking for a free meal. I thought I had a pretty sick pickup line, which was, "You re so cute you make a baby deer look like a pile of shit." Needless to say, I'm still single. I would have left. I'm sure there are tens if not 20s more of us out there. Actually met a smart tall blonde girl on FB. Was smooth as hell and got her to go out with me. She was an hour late to our date, but showed up. Unfortunately I got blackout drunk during that hour. Also lost the friend whose comment I met her on. You got blackout drunk in an hour? You have a lot more training to do. Next test New Year's Eve. She knew you'd have no money for dates.